All right, great evening to everyone. I want to thank you. My name is Terrell Bilbo. I'm one of the core members here at Tokenize Assets, Tokenize Ambassador Program. And I want to thank everybody for your time this evening. I know that's one of your most valuable assets, so I appreciate you spending that time with me here tonight, listening to this business overview, Tokenize Assets. We have some new people on the call. We have some of our members who have been with us from the very beginning, and we want to thank both of you. If somebody invited you to this call, I want you to thank them because they are putting you in front of something that we believe will be absolutely life-changing. The task team has been hard at work. Like Mr. Wooten said, we're ready to get back in the swing of things. It's 2023. The start of a new year, and it always seems like people start the first of the year with all the things that they're looking to do and are hoping to accomplish, and we want to make sure that we're really taking that into consideration this year, and everything that you hope to do, look to do, and want to accomplish this year. We hope that we can just play our small part in being the catalyst into you getting and achieving those financial goals. The quote that I sent out today about real estate, from Franklin Delano Roosevelt. It says, real estate cannot be lost or stolen, nor can it be carried away. Purchased with common sense, paid in full, and managed with responsible care, it can be one of the safest investments in the world. Franklin Roosevelt. And when we look at a time now when you have scandals like FTX and you have, the banks are failing and all these calamities that are happening in our economy, where do you go where you can go for a safe bet and where you can hedge your investment and put it into something that is going to truly build wealth for you? And we believe that's real estate. So that's when we started this platform. We looked at what is the asset. Being that I have 18 years of experience in real estate, our CEO, Michelle Lilly, she has 20 years of real estate. And we have a wealth of knowledge in this space, on top of the fact of her being the first African-American woman in the world to have a master's degree in blockchain and digital currency. It only made sense for us to tackle this space, and we are super excited. And I have something to show you guys in a minute, and we're super excited about, like, in just 6 months of her going down to Miami, educating real estate professionals on the blockchain and in the domain of real estate, and having that light bulb moment really going off and saying, well, I know blockchain and I know real estate. Why wouldn't I build a platform so I can bring this to the world? And just with that one idea, she has sparked everything that you sit in front of now. And we're super excited. We had a conference this weekend. We had a 40 Acres conference this weekend that she was a panelist on, and just excited to be sharing this with the world, sharing it with all the communities. They're on their way. Part of the team is on their way to Dallas to another family office event where we're sharing this. So just in a short 6-month period of time of us building this, and the people who saw the vision early and decided to lock arms, we are growing very, very rapidly, which you will see in just a minute. So first and foremost, I am not a financial advisor. I'm not your financial advisor. So please get tax and legal from a professional when you're looking to make any kind of investment. So when I talk about the vision, when I say Michelle, she stood in front of these real estate professionals, and she was talking about blockchain, and she was talking about real estate. This is where the vision came into her mind, and it popped in, and it says, how can we empower millions of people with wealth creation through tokenization? And that's when this vision was born. And we look at, what is tokenization? Tokenization enables fractional ownership of illiquid or alternative asset that traditionally require high capital investment and hence have a limited investor base, such as real estate, private securities, and art. Investors can hence benefit from a wider range of assets due to increased affordability, facilitating portfolio diversification, while sellers now benefit from their assets having greater liquidity, because now when we look at what HSBC is saying, half of the world's population can now participate in tokenization. And I think that is absolutely huge, right? So the tokenization market could potentially be worth $24 trillion by 2027. That is 5 short years, guys. 5 short years. We're looking at a $24 trillion market, and that's just speaking of the real estate market. That is not the complete size of the market. When you talk about derivatives, when you talk about bonds, stocks, you're looking at $867 trillion total market that we have potential to monopolize and play a part in. And that's what gets us so excited. So when we say, it says, we see tokenization as an enabler to lower the barrier of entry to investing for half of the world's population by paring down the minimum investment amount required. DLT, distributed ledger technology, that is the blockchain. That is what they're speaking of. You can also access, investors can access assets that are traditionally will be required high capital investment, real estate, private securities, and art, augmenting the universe of investment options available. So, you know, never before were people had the opportunity to say, well, $500, now I can become a real estate investor and do it passively. Most important. So when we look at some of the advantages of tokenization in real estate, you look at the visibility, fractional ownership, right? Higher liquidity, accessibility. Anyone in the world can now participate, and they don't have to believe or be close to the where the asset is. Because of the blockchain, we have a trustless system now, right? Everything is found on the blockchain. It can't be manipulated. It can't be, it's immutable. So that's one of the biggest things. And then you look at speed and cost reduction. Again, because we cut out a lot of the middle people in the middle that has to get all these fees, we're able to invest our dollars in a more efficient way. And then you have new investment in rental models, right? And then it goes on to say, it is often easier to make something 10x better than it is to make it 10% better. DLT has arrived, propelling the rise of tokenization, thus enabling the market to be 10x more efficient, 10x more inclusive, and 10x more resilient. To do this requires taking the path less trodden and undergoing the risk of failure for the larger payoff. And guys, we believe that everything that we're doing here is going to be well worth it. Everybody that's taking their time to understand this tokenization, understand what it is, and understanding the impact that it's going to have on our world, you're doing yourself a service. So the 10x potential of tokenization, it says, once a property, real estate fund, or financial instrument is tokenized, the real advantages come into play. Subsequent transactions are instant, nearly free of charge, and if done properly without counterparty risk, this is an absolute game changer. So this is what the executives at HSBC, the 6th largest bank in the world, they're telling their people they have to act now, right? So we're taking heed to that. And then we look at BlackRock. The CEO of BlackRock says the next generation of markets is tokenization. BlackRock has over $9 trillion under management. And these are the spaces that they're looking at. So, you know, our philosophy has always been success leaves clues. All we're doing is following the money, right? So when we look at the traditional model, the problem has always been that everybody wants to earn income from real estate, passive investment, but less than 20% have the cash or credit to do so. So because in order to participate in some of these assets, you have to be an accredited investor. So many millions of people are priced out until now. So you look at your hedge funds, your investors, your good credit people, they monopolize the system. These people are responsible for almost 90% of all investments made in real estate, right? But then you have 70% or more of the society that cannot participate. Either they don't have the credit, they don't have the capital, they don't have the know-how to do so until now. So we believe that we can become one of the largest hedge funds in the world by pooling our resources together and taking down some of these larger assets and becoming the bank ourselves and start to really build wealth for ourselves and our family. So how can we change the lives of 70% of society? Tokenization has to be the key, right? So the 10x potential of tokenization is what we believe in. Reason being is because it takes all the buyers together, right? It takes the smaller buyers, it takes the larger buyers, and we all pull our resources and everybody gets a piece of the pie. So you have more liquidity, you have diversification, and you have the democratization of one of the largest asset classes in the world. So there is a legal structure that we have to abide by. We are SEC compliant in all of our filings. So every property that comes onto our marketplace, we have to file with the SEC our exemption. We have a professional property inspection company that will inspect all the properties, do all the necessary due diligence before we bring that property to the platform. Once that property is approved, is put on the contract for 90 days, just like your regular listing. If you were listing your house, you would give an agent 90 days to sell that house. We do the same here. And then once that property is fully tokenized, it is then moved into an LLC. Everybody who participated in that particular property are then awarded their pro rata share of their tokens. And those tokens are just the digital copy or the digital deed of ownership for your percentage inside of that particular property. All right. And then we have our marketplace. So our marketplace is our secondary marketplace. This is what makes us unique in the fact that if you look at, your traditional REITs, right? Traditional REITs, you have to either be an accredited investor and you have to hold that inside of that particular property for our basket of assets for at least 5 to 7 years. But with tokenization, you are investing in one single property, holding one single LLC, and then you can do it per asset. You don't have to have a collection of asset. And then with the marketplace, say we're required to hold that investment for at least a year. But then after that year, if you're happy with the monthly revenue that you receive, and now you want to put those tokens up for sale, you're able to go to the marketplace and get instant liquidity. So that's one of the things that we're super excited about. And then when we look at all token holders earn a piece of the pie. So whether we're looking at we're selling the property, whether we're renting, corporate housing, Airbnb, again, with just $500, you are now a real estate investor. And then we look at your internal rate of return. It normally averages on our platform anywhere from 15 to 19%. And then you'll have your cash on cash return is anywhere from 5 to 9%. So these are outstanding returns when you look at what you're doing and being able to invest passively, not only in real estate, but we do have other exotic assets that we offer as well. So the buyer's experience. So when you come to our marketplace, what will you see? And this is one of the things that I'm so excited about as well, is because our tech team has been working. Oscar has been working around the clock. The team has new coding. So you guys are going to see so many more updates coming on our marketplace. So let's take a quick look at the marketplace and go through what you will see once you go there. So we're updating all of this now, but inside of our marketplace, you can go to the marketplace. Our marketplace will look like this. So you'll have the properties there. You'll be able to go back there. You'll be able to see how much that property is, the target price for that property, how much has been raised, the minimum investment. And these are the two important factors here when you're deciding on which investment that you're going to take part in. So your cash on cash. Your cash on cash is the money that you invested in the money that you return in a 12 months period, right? So that is your cash on cash. And then your IRR, your internal rate of return, is your cash on cash plus the appreciation on the property, typically around 10%. So those two combined give you your internal rate of return. And like I said, normally it's anywhere from 10 to 19% on your IRR. But then on the property side, you'll be able to see all the pictures. So a lot of updates. We're putting video back there. You'll be able to do a virtual tour of the property. So all of these updates are coming. You'll have all the description of the property. You'll be able to see all the details virtually from anywhere in the world. And then if this is a property that you want to be participating in, you will just simply hit tokenize. You'll go to your checkout page. It'll give you two options. Now you're able to pay with USD. With an ACH or with USD, or you're able to play with cryptocurrency and you're able to invest. And then we verify that payment. You'll get a receipt of your purchase, and then it'll take you back to your account. So this is your membership dashboard. This is what you will see if you're investing. And now you get to see basically your portfolio that you're building, all the assets that you're building. So you'll be able to see the tokens that you have, the value of the token, what your IRR, what your cash on cash is, and then what is your monthly earnings. All of that will be found back here. And then also you are able to see once the marketplace is up and live, you'll be able to see all of your movements, right? All of the movements. So when you sell your tokens back to the platform, you'll be able to see that. When you get your monthly dividends on your investments, your monthly rental income that you're getting on your properties, you'll see all that. So all of that will be found back here. And then when we get to the point where you're ready to withdraw funds, you'll have a system wallet. Your system wallet will have all your assets in there. You'll have three options. You'll be able to get an ACH to your bank account for your earnings. You'll be able to collect your earnings in crypto. And then this year, around Q3, we'll actually have our own Visa debit card where you can load that card with your funds. You can take that card anywhere Visa is accepted, or you can take it to ATM and pull out cash that way. So you will have those three options to access your funds. And then say you have a property that you want to list, right? You'll be able to come to this platform, put all the pertinent details of that property in, accept the terms and conditions of that property, and then you would submit it. You'll get a notice from us that we received your information. It normally takes around 72 hours to go and do those due diligence on that property. And then also we're working on a calculator as well, that when you have a property that you want to submit to the platform, you are able to plug in those numbers yourself. Based on our demographics, our buy box, what we're looking for, and you'll be able to plug those numbers in and go right to it, and then you'll be able to know for yourself, is that property going to fit our criteria or not? So those are some of the elements that we're working on, and that you'll be starting to see soon. Okay. So become either a fractional investor or join our ambassador program. So when we look at some just want to do passive income. I just want to be an investor. I just want to invest in real estate passively, get my monthly returns. That's what I want to do. And then you have some people that look at the model of our ambassador program, which we look at as the Keller Williams model, the RE/MAX model. We're revolutionizing how real estate agents are able to do real estate, not only in the traditional manner, but on the blockchain. Right. So either you can become an ambassador or you can just invest in the real estate. So if you just want to invest in the real estate, we have a platform membership, a basic membership of $9.97. You get to invest in the assets on the platform, and you get a basic real estate education. We believe that this is most important. One of the things that I take from my career in real estate is when we were doing, I used to run a mortgage company, we were doing loans. And one of the things that people say about, the subprime market, it was bad for everybody. I disagree with that, right? Because what the subprime market did do, it gave a lot of people access to ownership in properties. What we didn't do, or where I feel like I failed my clients when I was doing mortgages, is that I didn't provide the education. I didn't say, hey, in 2 years, this note is going to balloon. So let's get your credit. Let's get you prepared where you can do a refi so you can stay in your house and you don't have to deal with payment shock. I didn't do that as a professional, and I think that's some of the lessons that we've learned. So we always lead with education, because I believe even with tokenization, this is an amazing opportunity, but you have to get the education. You have to know what you're investing in. So we make sure that that's one of the staples in what we're doing. And then we have a platinum membership, $47 a month. You get access to all of our private listings, first look 72 hours before anybody of our exotic assets. So we have a few assets on the platform now. And guys, I want you to understand that we are still in beta. We are still testing the system, but I guarantee you, starting in February, you'll start to see a lot of changes from the platform, a lot of updates from the platform. So we're excited to be playing in this $24 trillion industry. And then when we look at other people that are playing in this industry, right? So when we do, apples to apples comparison, some of the other programs, they don't allow the participation of other people's, like the ambassadors, right? So you have real estate agents, you have millions of real estate agents, millions of real estate professionals that they haven't thought about or created a plan for. We have at Tokenize Assets. And then You look at cutting out the middleman. So a lot of the brokers, a lot of the real estate agents, a lot of the title companies, a lot of these people are not going to be able to participate in this market because the blockchain is going to come in and change a lot of that. But you guys being on this platform and being ahead of the curve, you're going to be able to facilitate a lot of these transactions because you're going to be in the know and you're going to know how to do it. So that's one of the things that we differ in. And then, you have to hold your investment up to 5 years. Some of these 5 to 7 years. Within 1 year on Tokenized Assets, if you want to put your properties on the marketplace, put your tokens on the marketplace, you're able to do that and get that liquidity. And then also, you don't have to be an accredited investor. That's a big one. That's one of the biggest hurdles that most people have, that they can't invest in some of these assets because they're not accredited investors, right? So when you look at Jeff Bezos and Arrive Homes, invested 37 million inside of Arrive Homes. They're in the retail, they're in the real estate space. So again, you saw what Amazon has done. You saw what they've done to Barnes and Noble and some of these other businesses. They're not coming in to be inclusive. They're going straight to consumer, right? So that's one of the things that separates us. And then when we looked at Lofty AI, this is one of the companies when we first started doing our research on this space and what's possible in this space. This is one of the companies that we looked at. They raised like $5 million, and within 2 years, they had $100 million evaluation. Well, guys, this is what I want to tell you. You see this right here? This is Tokenized Assets. And within 6 months of building this platform, we got a third-party evaluation on our platform. And our platform is currently valued at $323 million within 6 months. So that is something to be super excited about, guys. This is something that you guys can be proud of, that the platform that you are a part of, we are growing by leaps and bounds. So I know, a lot has happened in the 6 months. We move very fast, but I'm telling you, it's so much more to go and we're just getting started. So when we look at the traditional real estate model versus the tokenized model. So if you wanted to be a broker in the real estate and traditional real estate model, it would take you 5 years. 5 years out of your life, you are able to recruit other agents, but you're confined to your state or local locality as where you can list your properties. And the average cost for a broker is somewhere around $350,000. Now, if we look at the tokenized model, year one, day one, you're able to have some of the same functions as a traditional real estate professional. You're able to recruit ambassadors day one. You're able to list in a national database anywhere in the United States. And then also this year, we will be doing our expansion to Dubai. So we will have our international listings as well. And then that average cost is somewhere around $25,000. So it's a fraction of the cost with the same access as your traditional model. And then when we look at real estate, my wife is a real estate agent. So I know, the 60 calls per day, the 5 clients per week, 15 hours to close less than 1% ratio. That's not a high percentage, right? But imagine if that same agent, that 97% of everybody that she spoke to was a potential investor, right? Because it doesn't matter if that person is paying $500 or that person is paying $5,000, $10,000, whatever it is. All monies that comes to the table through this real estate agent or through this ambassador, they will receive a referral commission on. So now this agent doesn't have to find the one perfect buyer with the perfect credit, the right debt to income ratio, none of those things. Everybody can participate. And now this opens up their investment pool and their client base as well, because now everybody can participate. So we combine both business models. We create a world-changing business shift in investment. Because again, guys, when we talk about half of the world's population coming to this space, it's a blue ocean in front of us, and we're super excited to be in this space, and we just gonna keep on swimming. So when we look at our ambassadors, we look at our ambassadors as the new Keller Williams, the new Remax model, right? This is who we are, right? So when you become an associate or representative or an ambassador, you are opening up your own brokerage. You're opening up your own real estate agency. I want you to think about it that way. So when we look at the business model, there's 5 ways to get paid. So buying, selling, real estate membership sponsor, and then monthly access to the motor. So you can bring listings to the platform. You can bring buyers to the platform. The memberships, the members that come in that say, I want to invest passively, their monthly membership, you get up to 30% of that. We have a 40% bonus pool that you're able to participate in, that you're making a percentage of what the company is doing nation and globally, not just on your efforts. And then you also get the up to 30% on the other ambassadors that you start to build out your agency with, right? And then again, we spoke about education. We believe that this is the most important thing. Just like any other service, any other franchise or business that you have to run, there is a learning curve, right? So we established the National Association for Blockchain Professionals, where you can come in and get a certification, where you can learn and be first in class, knowing what's going on in this $24 trillion industry, and set yourself apart from everybody else in the space, right? By getting the education. So this is one of the things that we like to key on, because we believe like this is most important, right? So when we get into our ambassador program, our entry level on an ambassador program is $12.94. You're making 0.5% of the members that you bring in, other ambassadors that you bring in, your listings that you bring in, and then your team earnings that you bring in, you get 3% of that. Then we have our tokenized representatives. Now you're getting 1% of your members and your listings. Now you start to be able to build out your team, right? So now you have 5% on the people that you personally enroll, 2% on the people that your partners enroll. This is $49.97, right? And then we have our tokenized ambassadors. Now you're making 1.25% on your members and your listings. You're getting 10% of the people you directly enroll, 7% of the people that they enroll. $99.97 is the cost for this package. And as the higher you go, the more benefits you get to participate in. So our regional ambassadors, $25,000. Now you're getting 1.5% of your members and your listings, 15% of the people that you directly enroll, 12% of their partners that they enroll. But now, guys, you start to participate in this bonus pool. And this is the point that I always like to make here, is that think about it now. Our ambassador program has not been open to the public yet, right? So we have less than 100 ambassadors in our program. Our beta test, we appreciate the ones who saw it early, and you guys are going to benefit, because once we get up to 1,000 ambassadors, 10,000 ambassadors, 100,000 ambassadors, can you imagine what this bonus pool is going to look like at that time, right? That's what we're building for. Right. So then we have our national ambassadors. You're getting 2% of your members, 2% of your listings, 20% of the ambassadors that you personally enroll, 17% of the ambassadors that your partners enroll, $50,000 package, but now you 20% of this bonus pool that's going to continue to grow as we expand. And then our executive ambassadors, 2.25% of your members and your listings, 25% of the people that you directly enroll, 22% of the people that your partners enroll, $100,000 package. Now think about this. So say if you're an executive ambassador, you bring it in an executive ambassador, you're making 25% of that. You just made $25,000 on that particular package. Not to mention, you're going to make 30% of this bonus pool that will continue to grow as we expand. And then our elite ambassadors, 2.25% of your members and your listings, 30% of your team earnings, 27% of your partners that they bring in, 250,000. These are your brokership owners. These are your major players in the game. And now 40% of that bonus pool that again will continue to grow as we expand. So this is the exciting part. So, whether you just want to invest in the real estate part of it and become a member and start to get that passive income, or you say, hey, I'm someone who has some influence and I believe I'm a business owner. Because I always say, if you look at what's going on in the world, if you go to Walmart that made everybody cashiers, everything is going digital, right? So if you're not owning your own business or putting something in place for yourself or in your family, then you're going to be at a disadvantage. So this is for business-minded individuals, right? So When we look at our ambassadors' monthly benefits, you have a CRM. And guys, you guys are going to be so amazed by the technology that we're bringing to you guys. We have a software system, CRM system that we're bringing to the table that's going to do all of the work for you, right? We're using AI technology to follow up with your leads, to close your leads, and to book appointments for you. So all you have to do is be the best inviter that you can be. You invite people to these calls, you get them to the information, and once they're in your database, the system will do the work for you. So when we talk about a turnkey business, that is what we're providing here. You have a membership to the tokenized marketplace. So not only are you an ambassador, but now you can also invest as well. You have a custom marketing collateral. Everything will be done for you. The campaigns, everything that you need to grow your business, we will provide. And then the continued education. We look to be one of the leaders in the education space of not only real estate, but tokenization, blockchain, in this space as a whole. We're going to make sure that you guys are equipped with the latest and the greatest information so you can go out here and educate the masses on what this tokenization is. So the road to financial map, if you want to become an ambassador, you look at, how do I get my investment back? Because that's with anything, I want you guys to think about it. This is an investment. You're investing in yourself, you're investing in the business. So just think about it. If you had 10 personal enrollees, 5 associates come in, 3 representatives come in, 2 ambassadors come in. This is at your regional ambassador level where you're making 15%. That's $6,200 that you made, right? Now think about if those 10 people, out of those 10 people, they duplicate your efforts, because that's what we're teaching. Duplication. We're giving them the systems and the tool to duplicate your efforts. So just say if 4 of them duplicate your efforts, bring in another 5 associates, 3 representatives, 2 ambassadors, and at that second level, you're making 12%. Times 4, that's another $19,896. Combined, you just made $26,114. So if you paid $25,000 for this particular package, you've already recouped your initial investment, and now you're in profit with just a little bit of work. Everything works if you work it. So this is what we're looking at. So ask yourself, after everything that you've seen and everything that you hope to accomplish in this new year, what opportunity are you currently involved in that's a $24 trillion industry, and that gives you the option to play in one of the largest asset classes in the world? And when you ask yourself that, is you ask, how do I become an ambassador today? Or how do I become a tokenized member where I can start receiving passive income on my investment? So guys, I want to thank everybody for showing up this evening. Thank the person who invited you to this call. If you have any questions, please feel free to unmute yourself now, and I'll take those questions now.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.